love the sugar. Is that terrible noise? Oh, sorry.
That's disgusting.
Well, if that noise reminds you of something, it's not my fault. It's your fault.
Hello and welcome to...
And another thing.
My name is Maureen O'Connell.
I am Emma Doran.
This is the podcast where we contribute to but not add value in any way to the conversation. You know when you get back to a WhatsApp group
Yes.
and you have missed 2 hours of chats and there's 203 messages.
Proper kicking off.
What do you do in that regard? Do you get yourself a cup of tea, a white chocolate biscuit and go, I am sitting down for my WhatsApp Coronation Street night? Or do you just jump straight to the bottom, look what the last person has said and just say, mine with her?
I have a scroll through and see if it's attention grabbing.
Okay.
So it's got to be, it's got to be sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's got to have something. It's criminal activity, affairs, riding holes, dead bodies. It's got to have something. If we're talking about flats or heels, I'm out.
Well,
I'm not scrolling back to see how this started. It needs to be juicy for me.
if it's, are we giving teachers presents? You're out.
I'm out.
Okay. Do we like her hair colour? You're out.
I'm out.
Oh, I'd be in for something like that now. If there was a
I'm
picture up
terrible.
going, guys, I got it done today. It cost me €180 and she looks like a badger. I'm so in to hype her up to
Okay.
go back to the hairdresser to be like, I'm not paying for this. You have to fix me. I would never do it myself. I'd walk around like the badger because I don't have that within me.
no, sorry. You needed to specify. There was potential confrontation in that one. Of course I'm in.
You're so in.
Yes, confrontation. Sorry, that's another hot one for me. I should have mentioned that. But I'm terrible in a WhatsApp group. I know that you are good.
No.
Are you not? I
No.
thought you'd be good with the group.
No, because I miss so many of them.
Okay.
Because a lot of the groups kick off when I'm gone to bed.
Yes.
And I've got my phone, which is my alarm. I've got that on Do Not
Okay.
Disturb.
And
So-
you might be on the telly when they're kind of in the office, like, I'm just going to find out about this now before I start my working day.
Yeah, a lot of that doesn't. But it's nighttime. I miss all. So I do feel a bit removed from the old friends because I can't get involved in the WhatsApp conversations, or even, are you watching this, or are you watching this on the telly, or
Yeah.
you know, some days you can just feel something juicy is happening. And I genuinely did. My response to all of this was, thank you so much for giving me my next podcast, girls. This is unbelievable.
Hang on, can we just find out before you crack into this, what is your girls' WhatsApp group called?
I'm not giving the name of it.
Are you not?
No.
Oh, scandalous.
No.
Actually, somebody, before you start, I met recently who knows you.
Yeah.
And they said, a reminder of being in that pub dancing topless. Do you know what that's about? I've saved this for a couple of months.
Who said that to you?
Can I reveal? I don't know if I want to give the name.
Who is it? Who was it? Can you remember who it was?
No, I can't. It's somebody who works as a floor manager. Is
Okay,
that,
now I don't know at all. But
what part of the country was it?
Lahinch?
Lahinch. I knew it was one of the L ones.
Yeah, Lahinch.
Yeah.
Years ago, New Year's Eve, wearing a Grecian dress that I think it was the first dress I'd
Grecian dress.
Yeah.
Good night and good luck.
And I'd even had to, because it didn't fit me, so I'd had to get a Grecian dress, didn't fit me. I still bought it.
Oh, Jesus.
And I got it tailored, and it was in a deep V,
Yeah.
right? So the Grecian dress went down like
And
that.
you with the boobs. What were you thinking?
I don't have very big boobs, just to you.
Okay, yeah.
Look at the women,
I'm
are small
triple
and
A's.
humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains.
Why not tiny?
That's what. And then it was New Year's.
Yeah.
We were having the chats inside a pub in Lahinch
Yeah.
at after hours, and there may have been a Grecian dress falling down as I'm chatting to, I can safely say, being halfway through my life right now, this person should have been dead. Like, he was an old man and he was staring directly at my boob because the dress had fallen down. Yeah, yeah, that's my top. Because I was like at the bar.
Oh, my
having
God.
a great night.
And who alerted you to boob? Grecian
Boob would have been Laura Jane Conway, I believe, came over and covered Grecian Boob up with her hand and moved me away from the bar. Yeah.
Oh.
Grecian
Well,
Boob. Ode to a Grecian Boob is really what John Keats was all
And
going
what
about.
happened? What happened to the dress?
The dress I kept for years. Just to remember it. The old man died right there on the spot.
Yeah.
The boob was that a young 20-something boob.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
power of a young boob.
A young boob.
Wow.
Saluting the nation.
Topless dancing. Who was the floor man? Because the floor manager definitely wasn't there.
Who's
Who
that?
was it?
Amy?
Ah!
Like she told me this months ago. Months ago. And I totally forgot to bring it up.
Good old Amy Burke. That's
Amy
who
Burke,
it was.
that's the-
Amy Burke.
the
Amy
one.
Burke. Yeah. That was topless dancing. Anyway, that won't make it.
There you go. Yeah, it will. Got to give extra.ie something this week.
It's
There you
only
go.
it's only a bit of topless dancing. Like, have you ever done a topless dance?
My boobs have never fucking slipped out of anything. Have you even gone
Not even
around?
Shane's mouth.
Yeah. I've been going around topless and no one even fucking know. But sometimes I've thought, can I wear this top without a bra?
You can.
I can't, but it's so nipply. There's more nipple than tit.
Oh, that's nice.
Is it?
Is it not?
I don't know. I might
people
show you one day to
do.
get your reaction.
Because you got to remember, like Jennifer Aniston paid good money for those nipples to be erect on Friends.
Yeah. I just feel like, you
And
know,
I mean that she put the air
I'm
conditioning
really
on.
for it. Like she was doing that when she was in her 20s. Is now time to get the nipples out? I mean,
Yeah.
3 children, nearly 40. Let's
for
get
it.
the nipple out
Now
now.
is the time. If even just to go, you know the way when you
I have nipples.
you know the way when people you know who are being trolled online,
Yes.
like anyone in the entire world, they'll be like, hey, yeah, how's it going? Don't like the death threats. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
It goes in, whatever.
Yeah.
But yet every single social media can tell if a female nipple has gone up online within 30 seconds. So riddle me this, social media companies. Why can't you take down all the rape and death threats? Do you know?
Okay, they've got the algorithm linked up to know when there's a nip.
They know when there's a nip.
So you're saying to me, not only just to test out my life without a bra, you're egging me on to get me nip out on Instagram to see if the picture gets taken down.
And to do it for all humankind.
But you're not
To do it, to make a stand. And I think you're the perfect person to do it.
Well, if I rocked in on Ireland AM with the nips, now would we be all okay with that?
No, that wouldn't be all okay. Take it up with Eamon De Valera. Do you know? Have a chat with him. I've got nothing I can't change that.
Oh my God, very interesting conversation at the weekend about the pill backstage at a comedy gig.
I love that when you say the name Eamon De Valera, what pops into people's heads? It's brilliant.
The pill. Having a conversation about the pill. And we were saying about how you take your pill for 3 weeks and then you take a week off where you don't take your pill and you have your period. And then one of the girls, I won't name them just in case, but one of the girls was like, oh, well, I'd feel a bit weird if I didn't take my break. She was like, remember that thing of like, if you were going on holidays or there was a fella that you wanted to be with, you'd keep taking your pill so you wouldn't get your period.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, that's not unhealthy. That was a made up thing by the Catholic Church, that they would only allow the pill in Ireland if we would take a break and have our period. That you can't just take your pill consistently for the whole month and not get a period.
And it's not going to mess you up.
It's not going to mess you
Yeah.
up. But I was like, oh my God, yes, that's what I thought. That because I was saying when we were growing up and it went on for far too long, that if you were with a fella and you had your period, the obligation was on you to give him a blowjob so it wouldn't be a wasted night. And I was like, whoever did, but it wasn't that the thing. That was the thing. That was the obligation of women.
The marketing done by men.
Exactly.
My God.
I know. So the PR brains behind the blowjob are doing my next tour because fuck me, why did we all think that was a good idea? I have my period, so I'll have to give him a blowjob.
There was also a thing a few years ago, and it was that sperm was good for your skin.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah. Preventing, what was it? Obviously, really leaning into women's insecurities, and it's really hydrating for your skin and that you'll prevent wrinkles. I mean,
Spunk
they
face.
just do not stop. If they put the effort into being sound to each other, I mean, the world would be such a fabulous place, wouldn't it?
Grecian tits and spunk facials. You're very welcome to the podcast. Go on, anyway. What was happening in your WhatsApp group with your Grecian tits and your jizz facials? What do I? Whose fault is it? Your fault or my fault?
Why did this happen?
I don't know.
It's not right though. Can we put any of this out?
Of course, all of it. I wouldn't take any of this out. Leave this all in.
That's your answer to everything. That
Yes.
is your answer to everything.
It's authentic. It's real. Yeah, come on. It's fine. We're going to be in Cork at the end of the month. This is what it's going to be, guys. So, and we're going to be in London in October, but we'll tell you soon. London.
You're
Getting a spunk facial for that, aren't we? Wear the Grecian dress. Wear the Grecian dress for the live shows. Come on.
You won't wear a bra.
And I'll ask all the girls their honest opinion. Can I get away without a bra?
Because the theme of the Cork show is keep it to yourself, essentially.
Yeah, keep to yourself.
So as long as you
Don't.
promise not to take a picture.
And there's not going to be any straight men there. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll be
They
totally
might listen on the slide, but they're certainly not going to rock up to a live show. And them's the facts.
You know it.
Yeah.
So this was what was kicking off in one of my WhatsApp groups
Yes.
the other day. And when I said, thanks for giving my podcast for next week, I think they were all laughing at me. But I'm like,
No, thanks.
I'm very serious.
Yeah.
So it was a question posed by a person who is married with children.
Okay.
And she was wondering if there was a difference in terms of politeness between saying, can you please, ... like take out the bins.
Yeah.
And will you please take out the bins? And this kicked off. I feel like they should all be teaching etymology
Yeah.
courses in Trinity College because they got into the nitty gritty of what this means
Oh, wow.
and how someone is going to perceive it. Because the argument was, which I think is absolutely genius
Yeah.
from the person, was she was like, the reason that I say, will you please
Yes.
take out the bins, for example, is because I know that he can do it, but my question is, will he do it? So I thought that was a bit of genius. Like, she's right, being grammatically correct. And everyone's like, ooh. Do you think it's aggressive?
So this is my theory. I would say, can you? Because to me, it sounds more casual. Will you sounds very formal. Also, I saw before on a crime thing that when people, if I ask you now, okay, and you tell me that I have it wrong, okay, did you kill Sammy?
No, I didn't kill Sammy.
Okay, I believe you because you say, no, I didn't. But if you said, no, I did not, a lot of the time when people say that, they make it too formal. They're lying.
Where are you getting this from?
That's
no,
facts.
I'm sorry.
I've been
Are
living
you
my
getting...
life like that for the last decade. I can't remember what it was. I don't have any context to this, but that part of the program stuck with me. I think can you is just a bit more casual. I think will you, it just sounds a little bit more teachery.
Okay,
What I'd really want to know behind that can you, will you thing. I think what we need to know is if that's a couple, when was the last time they had sex? Because if you're due a ride, all this stuff comes highly tense. If you've had a ride, no one gives a fuck whether you're saying, can you, will you? But if you're due a ride and the tensions, it's got like we need to have a ride tension in the air. then it's very, very tricky.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
I honestly think a lot of the time that's what it is. If a couple are getting annoyed, like the way each other is asking the other to do things, if they've had a ride that morning and they're having these reactions to these questions, I'd be like, hang on, what the fuck's going on? I reckon you're getting uptight about will you? Because you haven't had a ride in a week and a half and you need to have a ride.
You just need to get that out of the way.
Get the ride done. Then let's clean the scarf from top to bottom.
That's the time.
That's the time because everyone's in a good mood. Endorphins have been released. Tensions have been relieved. Shoulders are down. Breathing is regulated once more.
Because when you have to do that dance of when you both have clocked that it's been too long.
Yes.
You know when one of you has clocked and the other one hasn't clocked?
Yes.
And you're like, will I bring it up? Could I bring it up? Can I bring it up?
Yeah.
Shall I bring it up? Whatever
Yes.
way you want to say it for yourself. And then you're doing and then the other person notices. You know that day that you're like, they've just noticed.
Yeah, it's
They've
in
just
the air
noticed.
now. Yeah.
And it's like, is it because we're too busy? There's the being too busy.
It's airborne. It's airborne now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
We Need a Ride has gone airborne.
And it's infecting everything else.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. People can't get cups off the hooks without smashing them or something. It's airborne. It's affecting everything. People don't know. People are questioning everything now. Will I wash my hair? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll wash it tomorrow. Is that a full load? Will I put it on? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Everyone's questioning everything. You've had a ride. You're not questioning anything. Doesn't matter.
You have thank you. Right. Okay. That's it. You've just solved all the why we've got nothing else to say in the podcast. This has been really fun. Thanks for.
But I'm not trying to trivialize adult relationships.
But you're right. I think you are genuinely right.
If you're living with somebody and you're both sexually attracted to each other, and the reason that you got together in the first place because you wanted to have sex with each other all of the time and share, obviously share a life together and blah, blah, blah. But a big part of that was that you were sexually attracted to each other and you wanted to, I just want to have sex with this person now for the rest of my life. If you now, all of a sudden you're at this point where you're getting fucked off about people's grammar, just have a ride.
Coming from someone who has all the other responsibilities and everything, that's great to hear because
Yeah.
I would say that a lot of life gets in the way from the very simple thing. And what if you are a person who has settled? We all know people in our lives who have settled. It's never a chore, maybe they enjoy it, all good, but then the space between the being on a promise gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now that is an issue when you've settled.
When you've settled.
Because that's just companionship, right?
Yeah, well, then you have to masturbate, don't you?
Yeah, but even then, it's
I know,
the
trying
can
to
you and
find
can
a
you
room.
and will you and whatever. That's going to cause an issue.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to masturbate in my house. It's just, I'd love to. Would you knock over to your house? I open them slidey doors and I go, take too long, I'll be there for hours. I give full credit to men. I don't know how they masturbate so quickly.
I was reading in a book recently about a couple's experience, about an experience of surrogacy and,
Okay.
egg retrieval and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the fella has to go off and get his sample ready.
Okay, yeah.
And he just leaves for half an hour
Yeah.
and she stays. Does she not go off with him? I don't know. Then is it a bit embarrassing being like, well, we know what they're doing. But you're kind of like, but we know what he's doing.
And it's their child.
Could she
Yeah,
not-
I know what you mean.
I was reading that going, why
It's kind of like,
did the
fuck's
two of
sake.
them not go off together?
People on death row can get fucking married and he can't bring his missus along to tug him off. That seems a bit. But doesn't it though?
Yeah, they can get married. It doesn't mean they can consummate. I suppose
But don't they
can
give them
consummate.
camper vans and stuff? I thought that's why
You
they
could-
got married, because there was the potential of getting a ride.
There's also these, it's not a parasocial relationship. There was something I was reading about recently, these deeply held attractions. A lot of the people who marry these men have had terrible things happen to them in
Yes.
their own lives.
Yeah.
And it's something that they are continually attracted to, this danger, this person who is going to hurt them.
Yeah.
But then being behind bars is the safety.
Okay. And
know?
that's what they like.
That's what a lot of people could like.
Yeah.
Because there's always like, why in God's name are people writing to the BTK killer? Why in Jesus' name are these women writing to these terrible murderers?
Yeah. Well, if that came into the WhatsApp group that Roisin's now fucking pen pal with some chap on death row in Texas, and everyone's like, no, I think it's good for her. I think it seems, it seems very happy.
Emma,
What?
she's going to get a camper van. So she gets a camper van out of it.
Yeah. I don't know how often they get to consummate the. Oh no, well, you can only consummate a relationship once, can't you? But I thought that's why they got married.
To have the sex.
Communal visits, don't they do?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can in some situations. I don't know if that happens in Ireland. Let's check it out.
I wouldn't say it would. You wouldn't be in prison long enough in Ireland.
Oh.
You wouldn't though. What is the longest sentence here?
Like 25, 30 years.
Yeah, but is anyone actually serving them times? No, I don't. I think now if there was camper vans out the back of no. What are you going to say to me? No, look. What? A finger?
Hold on.
You can finger her, but you can't ride her. Remember that scene with Helen Mirren in, what was that movie?
Some other son?
Yeah. And he passes the note into her mouth.
Stop.
Jesus, what a scene. It's a movie, but what a fucking scene. It sounds to me like you'd have to go in with your Grecian dress and just let it slip out.
Okay. So this is on Citizens Information.
Yeah.
Conjugal visits. You do not have a right to temporary release in order to have sex with your partner. There is also no right to conjugal visits. If you are married, you have a right to communicate with your spouse, but without privacy. You also have a right to take some part in the education of your children.
Okay.
So no conjugal visits in Ireland.
Oh, why are they doing them in the States? Well, I suppose people are actually in for life, aren't they?
They're in for life here. Like Malcolm MacArthur, I know he was the longest serving prisoner in Ireland and he was in for 27, 30 years. Like some are in for quite a long time. Like you'd get angry inside there, wouldn't you?
I just don't even want to think about it, what I would do. I'm never breaking the law again.
So
Oh my God.
Emma's just given great relationship advice, which has knocked me for 6, essentially. It's
Have a ride and then assess the situation.
great. Great idea.
Thank you.
We're going to go full.
Enjoy it while it lasts, guys, because that's the last time that's happening.
We're going to go full relationship advice on one of these podcasts one of the
Yeah.
days.
Why not?
I do like when I throw things at you and not physically.
Yeah. Not
Like,
physically.
like Cardi B throwing microphones at people. On that note,
we have to go.
it's been a pleasure being here with you. Emma
As
Dorn
always.
no doubt has millions of gigs coming up.
Always. EmmaDornComedy.com. Don't throw something at me or I'll fucking you. I won't. But don't. That's not sound at all. Be pissed. Have a laugh. But don't do that. Yeah, see you at gigs. Thanks, Mel. Love you. Bye.
I'll be on the telly, so I'll talk to you there.
Every day.
Not about anything we ever talk about on this podcast, that is for sure. I have been Maureen O'Connell,
I've been Emma Dorn.
and this was
And another thing.
part of the Acast Network.